Hello again. Well, last time we had our first race at Port Duck Raceway. Good bit of fun. Quite enjoyed it. This time around, we're going to go through what I've changed since then, because basically as soon as I finished that race, I went, there's some things that could improve. First thing, move the barriers back. I could see on replays that people were blending through the barriers a little bit. That wasn't good. As soon as that happened, there was some improvement in lap times, which is excellent. Having done that, I went, hey, what if I set up the track cameras? So I set up the track cameras, and that was good. We could now watch the cars go broom as they went past a whole bunch of parts of the track. And then I went, this track texture, let's put on like a more realistic track texture. And doing that meant remeshing the track, so we could actually have it follow the path of the track. So both of those things happened. Then I said, hey, I'd like to be able to drive this track in reverse as a timed lap. So I've added the reverse timing or reverse layout timing and grid and pits. So that's done. I started putting some distance marker boards out for that, but haven't finished that. That needs to happen. I went, okay, my old AI won't work anymore because the track width is now off, so the dimensions are wrong. So new AI line recorded, and it's a bit faster. They still murder each other a bit when they travel in large groups, so we need to look at that at some point. We started doing the reverse distance markers, as I said, and then I said, I'm really getting sick of these Google Maps trees that are blocky and sometimes look like rocks or cement creations of weird abstract art. So they're mostly gone, or I've at least removed a lot of the ones that are near the track. Along with removing those, we've kind of removed a whole bunch of the buildings that I thought you wouldn't be able to see, but you can see them in places that they're not there anymore. It's also resulted in a whole bunch of the buildings missing a front. Probably the safe way to say it. But in their place, I have added a whole bunch of Assetto Corsa Y-style trees. And that's the main things that we're checking out tonight. Let's take a look. that was our lap. Things I need to look at next. Clearly the track texture needs a bit of work to make sure it doesn't look so uneven and bumpy when it's not. Fair. The trees need to be a little bit less day-glow. Fair. There's those two trees going down Bower Road, Grand Junction Road that somehow I seem to have given them the texture of the surrounding buildings. That needs to be fixed. So those are obvious things. And they're pretty simple things. After that, I want to look at improving the general buildings. I have an idea for that. As well as replacing the underlying horrible Google Maps, lumpy, crappy, base plate. So we'll fix the base plate in the buildings. That's to come. Another simpler thing to do will be improving the curbs. Something went a bit off when I went and put the new mesh in, so they're not quite above board all the time. Finish putting the reverse layout distance markers. And the final thing that I'll look at doing is putting marking lines around the track. So obviously a start-finish line, grid boxes, track limit lines, and then probably also put in the traffic lines that are normally there, but they just might not be in white. They might be in, black, like they've been painted over, but to mark out where things like the islands that have been removed ought to be, so that, we can have this pretend idea that the islands have just been removed but are now replaceable. Sorry to the trees on Port Road and Semaphore Road that, grow in the middle of the road in the Big Island and you've just been deleted from existence. But that's what's coming up, and that'll take a while to finish doing, so we'll see what happens. In the meantime, I'll try and do some more racing with what I have, and hope you enjoy this bit of content. See ya.